The low hum of conversation filled Le Ciel Rouge, blending with the gentle clink of crystal and cutlery. Suspended above the dining room, a massive chandelier scattered light like diamonds across white tablecloths and polished marble floors. It was the kind of place where problems were discussed in whispers and fortunes changed hands between courses. Victor Hale sat alone at table 7, his back straight, his expression composed. At 42, he had built an empire from nothing: technology, logistics, finance. The media called him untouchable. Victor knew better. Power always came with shadows. He glanced around the restaurant, cataloging details out of habit. 2 exits, one near the kitchen, one at the front. No visible security, by design. Tonight was meant to be quiet. Anonymous. Just dinner and a few phone calls afterward. Mr. Hale. He looked up. The waitress stood beside him, holding a leather-bound menu. She was unremarkable at first glance. Black uniform, hair neatly tied back, minimal makeup. But something about her eyes made Victor pause. They were focused, sharp, far too alert for someone reciting daily specials all night. Yes, Victor replied. My name is Lena. I'll be taking care of you this evening. Her voice was calm, professional. She placed the menu in front of him. Just bring me your best red wine, he said, already losing interest. Of course. As she turned to leave, her hand brushed the edge of the table. Victor felt a faint tap against his fingers. When he glanced down, a small folded note lay near his plate. His pulse jumped. He waited until Lena disappeared toward the bar, then casually unfolded the paper beneath the table. You're in a trap. Don't move. Don't react. Trust me. Victor's jaw tightened. 100 questions surged through his mind, but he forced his expression to remain neutral. He slowly raised his gaze, scanning the room again, this time with sharper focus. At the bar, a man in a navy suit sat alone, pretending to study his drink while watching Victor's reflection in the mirror. Near the entrance, 2 men stood too close together, whispering, their eyes flicking toward table 7. A woman at the next table kept adjusting her purse, her movements stiff and unnatural. Victor's instincts screamed danger. Lena returned with the wine, pouring it carefully. As she leaned closer, she murmured without moving her lips. Please don't stand up, and don't look around too obviously. What is this? Victor whispered back. Her voice barely reached him. You were never meant to leave this restaurant. She straightened instantly, as if nothing had been said, and walked away. Victor lifted the glass, his hand steady despite the tension crawling up his spine. He took a slow sip, buying time. Kidnapping, assassination, corporate retaliation. He had faced threats before, but never inside a crowded, high-end restaurant, surrounded by innocent people. The man at the bar finished his drink and stood. Instead of heading for the exit, he walked toward the restrooms, passing directly behind Victor's chair. At the same moment, one of the men near the entrance stepped forward, pretending to scroll on his phone. 2 directions. Coordinated. Victor's heart rate increased, but he didn't move. The kitchen doors swung open again. Lena emerged with a tray of dishes, her steps measured. As she passed Victor's table, she let the tray tilt just enough. A fork clattered loudly onto the floor. Oh, I'm so sorry, she exclaimed. Several diners turned to look. Lena knelt to pick it up. As she did, she whispered urgently, they have a syringe. He's behind you. You have seconds. Victor's blood ran cold. A syringe meant quiet, fast, no mess, no witnesses. He could feel the man behind him now, too close. Victor resisted the instinct to turn. Instead, he deliberately knocked his wineglass over. Red liquid spilled across the white tablecloth like blood. Damn it, Victor snapped loudly. I'm so sorry, sir. Lena said quickly, rising to her feet. I'll fix this immediately. Manager. Her raised voice shifted attention across the room. The approaching men slowed, exchanging quick glances. The manager hurried over, flustered. Mr. Hale, our deepest apologies. This is unacceptable, Victor said sharply, standing just enough to wipe his hands with his napkin. I need fresh air, now. Before the manager could object, Lena stepped forward, positioning herself between Victor and the man behind him, blocking the path with her tray. For a split second, her eyes met Victor's. Go. Victor pushed his chair back and stood. The man behind him reacted instantly, reaching inside his jacket. At the same time, the man near the entrance began moving faster, abandoning all pretense. "Sir, you can't," the manager protested. But Lena suddenly stumbled, spilling plates across the floor directly in front of the attacker. Porcelain shattered. The man cursed as he tripped, drawing attention. Gasps filled the room. "Call security," someone shouted. Victor took advantage of the chaos, moving toward the side exit near the kitchen. His mind raced. Why was Lena helping him? How did she know? As Victor reached the doorway, he felt a presence at his side. "Don't stop," Lena whispered, suddenly there, matching his pace. "They're not done yet."